3 minutes past 10 o'clock. We thank you so much for staying with us in case you're just joining us. We are still the peers for the Department of Culture, Arts and Heritage. Coming to you live from the Bombas of Kenya, a place that is significant. Thank you so much for staying with us, with your feedback, and through some of the questions, because Madam P.S., we're seeing, the Kenyans seem to have in their minds alienated the Bombas of Kenya, or rather associated with more of political activity that we've seen in the country. Whereas that in its form and self is significant, and has played a big role in terms of the culture and understanding the culture. Because right here in Luya Village, what are some of the important things that perhaps they can see, and whenever one just thinks, okay, I'll go to Bombas, and it's not just for political activity, but then to just understand my culture.
So first of all, I know we think of Bombas and we always imagine the IBC, the political drama that goes on every 5 years. But that is a narrative that we want to change. Bombas is basically a national baraza. Olden times, even we have our elders sitting down under a tree to resolve issues. Like the Somalis have what we call the maslaha. Maslaha is where you sit under trees and resolve issues. So the Bombas of Kenya is basically a baraza where the who's and who's of this country have come together. The constitution was done here. It was actually unveiled here. And that is 2010. And apart from that, Bombas means villages. It means, as you said, we're in the Luya Village right now. We have 25 other villages where we experience different setups, different cultures, and tomorrow being Utamaduni Day, that is what we want to capitalize on, so that the people of Kenya can appreciate and see that indeed Bombas is not all about political rallies and political meetings and political agendas that can be done here. The name came about many years ago as a home of our Kenyan culture.
From the word Bomba.
From the word Bomba, exactly. And it is a place where we want to appreciate our cultures. That is why the inaugural Utamaduni Day scheduled for tomorrow is happening here in Bombas, so that people actually appreciate what this Bombas is about.
And a lot in discussing what the day will entail. But then let's go back now to matters heritage, because that's still under your state department. And you look at some of the issues, for instance, our national heroes. When you look at someone like the Dedan where he died, and preserving such heritage and such issues and such things that matter to Kenyans in their own specific way, that seems to have been forgotten, because you find we do not seem to pay so much attention to that. How can we then
Actually, I beg to differ. We have in place the Heroes Act, which strongly advocates and puts the needs and the importance of our heroes as a country. Heroes are celebrated on Mashujaa Day, the 20th of October. This year we're going to have it in Kericho. So what has been happening is the fund for the Heroes Act, the fund that is under the Heroes Act has not been activated. That is what is holding us back. So that act is very good, especially to the heroes of this country. And we have also remembered the families of the heroines, the wives, the children. The act strongly advocates that we take care of them too. So now once the fund is activated, then we can sit down and say we will do 1, 2, 3 for the heroes. But we have very many heroes. We always award them awards on the 20th of October. And we appreciate the different categories of heroes. Some of them are sports heroes, the arts heroes, and philanthropists, religious heroes. We have And this we get from the villages, the villages. We go down to the grassroots level and get this from the people, because we don't want to sit in Nairobi and decide, you know what, Bashir is a hero. You know, but there is someone down there in that village who saved a child from crocodile, who brought money from there was a time in Wilson, one of the staff got some money bag left on the plane by tourists and gave it back to the administration, and the owner was found. That is a hero. So for us, we have an active list that strongly supports and advocates for the heroes of this country.
And when you look at Uhuru Gardens, are we still in cause, because it was unveiled in the previous regime, era much emphasis was put on it. How far is it? Because that seems to be a place where it was advocated at the time that you go find and learn and identify several artifacts and be able to go through some history.
So Uhuru Gardens is a beautiful place, but it is not under the State Department of Culture, Arts, Heritage. It is a museum indeed, and it is under the Ministry of Defence, and they deal with it well. So when we came in as a regime, already under Defence, and that is where it is as we speak.
Should it come back?
I would love for it to come back because it is a museum. It is a heritage site, and we have the heroes in Uhuru Gardens. We have the Mau veterans, their names engraved on the walls inside Uhuru Gardens. We have different exhibitions where we have the Turkana boy. They are displayed. We have different.
The Tunnel of Martyrs.
Oh yes, you've been there. Beautiful place, and it is indeed a museum, because whatever is inside is basically what would be in our National Museum of Kenya.
You sound a bit skeptical about getting it back.
I would love to. I would love to because Uhuru Gardens to be run, to be managed. It should be done by people who understand how to deal with artifacts, people who understand the management of a museum. And we have that at the National Museum of Kenya. We have researchers, we have scientists who strongly advocate that we have Uhuru Gardens with us. But of course, if we are given back, we would be more than happy.
Absolutely. And then when you look at the development of, when you say we want to maintain our culture, but at the same time we want development. At what point, Madam PS, do you draw the line and say then development does not block culture, and culture does not block development?
Yeah. We cannot run away from civilization. We cannot run away from development. All the infrastructures we have in place as a country is because of forward thinking and the leaders that we have, and we had who saw Kenya in a certain light. So our cultures, on the other hand, should not be forgotten because they are what make us Kenyan. When you go home, you come from a certain community. When you go home, there are certain foods you eat. But right now, we have KFC, we have pizzas, we have kids who think ordering for pizza and KFC is more exciting and it's cool compared to eating mokimo, eating anjera. Githeri. And these are healthy foods actually. That is what our parents and us have been brought up with. And there comes a time where we have to accept and go how the world is going, go with the trends. We want to make culture cool again because culture is not boring. Culture is not a cake. Culture is what has made us as a people. We have different museums. Like for instance, when you go to DC, you find that there's the Black Museum. And what happens there is amazing. The music has been curated. The rappers from PDD to Luther Vandross to every rapper and every singer you can think back in the day have all been put in that they're being appreciated, the actors. So for us as a country, we have the likes of Swahili Nation. Do you even know Swahili Nation is? Swahili Nation. We have the likes of Kali Genge. Genge was being appreciated with the Grammys sometime back. But we as a country, what are we doing to curate and make sure that we appreciate our arts, we appreciate our actors, we appreciate our heroes as a country?
Well, we go outside. We always find some sort of,
you're Kenyan, you're wearing the Kenyan bracelet. Yeah, you're Kenyan. But when we are here, you see someone speaking the language and you're like, what is she saying? What is he saying? But when we meet internationally, we tend to appreciate each other. So that is one of the reasons why we have Utamaduni. So that the kids can come here and see, wow, the Kambas do this. This is how we dance. Our brothers, we have to live with them and appreciate.
The Meru,
they do this. Not only remember during elections that we need the vote. That is who and who. That is so and so. That needs to come. And that is why we have the Bomas of Kenya. God has given us Bomas of Kenya. So we are making use of the Bomas of Kenya.
Do you envision that we will get to a point, Madam Pierce, where we shall be able to say, fine, we are from different communities, 46 as you mentioned, but then we do not, because if we go to Tanzania, there are some people who even do not believe that Tanzania country has more tribes than Kenya, and they speak a majority language is Kiswahili. Shall we get to a place where perhaps in not so much of copying Tanzania, we seem to embrace ourselves despite our different languages, speak Swahili or English, but then we are one nation.
Julius Nyerere did a great thing by uniting Tanzanians and discouraging tribes, discouraging different language division thanks to Ujamaa. And for us, I think that is where we went. We didn't capitalize. We didn't put much effort in ensuring that we're uniting each other, as a country and as a people.
But you see, we have the Constitution,
which strongly states that we are one, and we have to put our cultures before ourselves, and we have to unite thanks to our cultures.
It is the civilization.
The Constitution says, Article 11,
culture is the civilization
of a nation.
And what is this?
We talk about culture being backward.
But our Constitution
tells us to say
it is the civilization. So it is us in the leadership. It is us as government to ensure that we unite the people. There is peace, there is love, and unity that we keep singing in the national anthem. About the national anthem. We have the loyalty pledge that we used to have back in the day. But not schools rarely
seeing the loyalty pledge
that
anymore.
Sounds even like jargon to kids of this current generation.
So I pledge my loyalty to the public, to the president of Kenya. So these are some of the things that you had to learn when you're kids. And I think it grounded us very well. And that is exactly what we want for our kids. And if our kids don't appreciate our cultures, if we don't curate our cultures, then we're failing as a people. In the National Museum of Kenya, we have the natural product industry. This is an initiative that documents and digitizes all our indigenous hubs, our indigenous trees. We have the miti shambas that we used to see the Maasai carrying around in jerrycans. But back in the day before the civilization came about, we had the hubs which were used for ailments, for acne, for such things. Kilifi, for instance, have a plant called Mturituri. These are seeds, and the seeds from that plant actually are used by women as a contraceptive, family planning. So when the woman doesn't want to get pregnant, she takes those seeds. When she wants to get pregnant, she stops taking those seeds. Here in Nairobi and the developed counties, we seem to have certain contraceptives that we
as a pill or whatever. But back in the days, our grandfathers, our great-grandparents used to use this. So what we're trying to do as NMK is digitize and document all these assets, the indigenous assets that we have as a country.
So we're going through all the counties, coming with agreements between ourselves as a national government and the county governments, whereby we would say, listen, we are in your county. We want to document your hubs, your indigenous plants that you have. And because of climate change, a lot of things are changing. A lot of things are being eroded. And with time, all these hubs I'm talking about, they'll no longer be there. So what are we doing about that? We are putting them in a system, in a way that they're documented at that grassroots level by the youth of that country, by the county governments of that county, and we do this in conjunction with the elders of that county. And we sign agreements, and we employ 30 youths in county who help us get these assets documented and digitized.
Absolutely. Let's now go to the ads and music, whatever you produce, the content that we churn out, is something that has been subject to question. We've seen the type of content that we churn out as a country. I mean, good content is getting out there on Netflix, on Showmax, and in going with the modernization of the country. However, the music is something that is really, in terms of the Gengeton you were talking about earlier, we do not seem now to have music that is unified per se.
We do, I think.
But in terms of the genres that we are producing nowadays, I think that there's a problem that needs to be fixed.
I don't think it's a problem.
I think we get carried away as a country and appreciate other music like Amapiano and the Nigerian music and the bongo. And I think it's us who don't appreciate our music. We have amazing music. And we have real talent. What we need to do, and I'm new in that is new. So those are some of the things that I would love to see how we can work with the music industry, how we can support our musicians, copyright, and we have amazing talent. We have had the legacy of Swahili Nation, of Tarabs that we have in this country. We have serious talented young kids who are coming up. How then do we make sure that the content that they're bringing out is relatable and is beneficial and of use to our people and does not disrespect our culture. So some of those things are what I will definitely be looking forward to working on.
So in terms of now preservation and documentation, do you think that going to schools and involving the young people, in as much as we are culture nation, to be able then to have situations where students and learners who are in urban centers, cities like Nairobi, can have field trips deeper, to be able to feel and to be part of it. Whereas someone will get to a stage, they travel abroad and then they seem to have assimilated into a different culture. Do you think that the grassroots of going back to the basics of learning is something that an idea as a department you'd be willing to solve?
It's actually very exciting to experience how a child in Turkana is going through the classes, and for the Turkana child to come to Nairobi Primary and see how the classes are being done. Exciting because then you would look at cultures from different lenses, and that is something that of course we would have to work with in conjunction with the Ministry of Education, because for us we can just talk about it, but the implementing body would definitely be the Ministry of Education. But we have CBC, and the kids actually experiencing that in their very own homes, in their own schools here in Nairobi. And back in the day we had school trips. We would go to Baringo, see how Lake Baringo is, and we would boil egg in some hot spring, and go to Mwea to see where rice comes from. But we were never taken to Wajir, see how things are. We were never taken to Mandera. I think it's about time we mingle and see how is Mandera,
how is Turkana, how is Mombasa. Mombasa guys go because it's coast.
But for our kids to appreciate each other, we definitely have to take them to places like Utamaduni. Bring your kids tomorrow. It's an exciting day. There'll be ice cream. And also there'll be mokimo.
I'll give you a moment as you end up to speak much on that, but as you enter the home stretch of this conversation, whereas some cultures and traditions have been eroded, there's still some that are still being held on, some detrimental. When you look at matters of FGM, are we as a country heading to a place where we say, okay, shun that is FGM, we can keep the rest?
You know, there are some things that are confused, especially the community that I come from. There are some things that are cultural. I'm Somali. I come from Wajir. So where I come from, we practice FGM. And FGM is a cultural practice. It's nothing to do with religion. And we seem to confuse that a lot. So there are cultural practices that happen that we confuse as being brought about by religion. We have communities that drink blood, Maasai, for instance. We will look at it like, oh my God, why would someone drink blood? But it is something that is their culture, and we should appreciate their culture. There's some that are negative. For instance, I would not personally encourage it because there's no benefit whatsoever to it. And God created people in such a way. So who are you as a human to come and change that? God did not delegate his role to anybody. The second thing is the raids that happen in these pastoralist communities. For a boy to be termed as a man, he has to do certain things. These are backward, so to speak, cultures. But you see, you have to be very careful where you want to change culture. Culture is not static. Culture seems to evolve. We have the matatu culture in Nairobi. That's cool. And we are very proud of our matatu culture. And we actually having a matatu here tomorrow. Just so that people know that culture is not boring and it's not stagnating. So the cultures that are there, the negative cultures, so to speak, they're positive to those communities. So probably what we can do is have some sort of capacity building at the grassroots level, together with the leaders, together with the women. Women are the best teachers. So where we can go back to the grassroots level and say, look guys, this has its structure. We have conflicts between the communities because of this practice. How then do you stop this and live together in harmony?
And then as you end up to us now what to expect tomorrow. It is the inaugural Utamaduni Day. What time does the event start? How many people are you even expecting?
So the event starts at 10 a.m. tomorrow. It is free. The entry is free. It is at the Bomas and it's the whole day. So we're expecting guys from counties. We're expecting cultural performances, troops that come all the way from Lamu, Turkana County. We're coming from Bungoma, Wajir, and they're all going to perform at the auditorium here. And there's no mtukufu rice, the normal formalities that you have in public functions, public holidays. We have it's a laid back day where we're expecting close to 10,000 people. We're expecting the members of the executive. We're expecting the general public who are very important to us. We're expecting ambassadors. We're expecting dignitaries. And of importance, of course, are our children, so that they can experience what kind of cultures we have as Kenya. We are also having the villages activated, whereby you can go to any village and see how do you then slaughter a chicken, how do you then make anjera, how do you then dance this dance. And storytelling will be going on in each and every village within Bomas tomorrow. So I think it's something to be excited about, being the past Utamaduni Day for us as Kenya, and I'm really excited about it.
What would be some of the outcomes that you expect to see after tomorrow, that you'd look back and say, we indeed held Utamaduni Day? I mean, this is what we have achieved. achieved? What are some of the objectives and some of the things that you want to see happen?
Well, after tomorrow, I'm sure what I'm looking forward to is harmony and unity among Kenyans. We've come from a year of elections, and we have 5 years to go. So for me, is start a journey whereby we love each other, we live in harmony, in unity, where we will appreciate each other's cultures, and wherever we work, wherever our homes are, we look around and say, indeed, I respect your culture, I respect where you come from, and you do the same for me. So I think it's a unifying factor that we appreciate our cultures, and we actually celebrate our culture. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, so I'm also looking forward to also learn other cultures myself as a PS for culture and heritage. I tend to lean towards Maasai and Somali. So I also look forward to see what other cultures have.
Will perhaps the President, the First Lady, the Second Lady, whom do you expect from the top executives?
Yeah, that's a surprise. So I'm excited, and I really want you guys to come so that you see who among the top is going to be here.
I want to give you a chance to speak to that camera and speak to them about the importance of not only tomorrow, but our cultures and being one and uniting ourselves as a country.
So it is important that first and foremost we appreciate each other as a people and respect each other and also experiment and explore each other's cultures. Tomorrow being the inaugural Utamaduni Day, it is a day like none other where we will dance, we will eat different cuisines, appreciate each other's gastronomy, and we will indeed be united and we will live in harmony as the people of Kenya. Happy Utamaduni Day.
Absolutely. And that is the point where we wind up this conversation with the Principal Secretary in the State Department for Culture, Arts and Heritage. Speaking to so much about what is happening tomorrow, but also what the ministry is doing and how as Kenyans we can come together. Do not shy away. We'll be in Nairobi to come and explore your culture, experience others' cultures right here at the capital, specifically at the Bomas of Kenya, which has hosted here tonight. We are in this village, and we indeed thank you so much for your splendid company. My name is George Maringa. Wishing you a good night on behalf of the entire crew that made this a success here at Bomas of Kenya. My name is George Maringa. I'll see you tomorrow. Yes. Asante sana.